Today we're looking at proven methods to find 100x crypto returns in the next altcoin bull run. Specifically, we're looking at 3 ultra low market cap projects, all of whose tokens are under $1. Let's check them out. Welcome guys to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. Maybe you like these projects and you want to invest alongside us. That's great. If that is the case, I wish you all the very best of luck. But I am not a financial or investment advisor. That's probably clear. And so just remember that this video is not official financial or investment advice. All right, let's launch right into our list of under $1 altcoins with our first entry. It is Realio Network, ticker RIO, RIO. I don't think we've talked about this one in the past, or at least not very much, but it's our first pick for a few different reasons. It could be a great gem because it's got some terrific real world use cases. And that kind of pragmatism, that kind of real world utility is always something that we look out for. It's really a top priority for us at Altcoin Buzz. And in the case of Realio Network, their game plan is pretty intriguing. And so this very well could get a lot of traction as a project. Here's what they're up to. So for starters, exclusive access to institutional grade securities. And these are usually out of reach for the average investor, people like yourself, like myself, your average small-time investor at least. But usually it boils down to a function of money. If you have tens of millions of dollars, then you can get your hands on these, but otherwise not really. It's much more difficult. They also just announced a partnership with Valentis Capital Management in order to establish an institutional grade network. So you have access specifically to these professional investor grade opportunities. And here's where it becomes seriously interesting. So Realio offers SEC compliance enabled technology. So especially for our American viewers and subscribers, as you know, things can be tricky out there when it comes to navigating the crypto landscape in your case. But in this case, it's going to make things, thankfully, a lot easier for you. It's going to open all kinds of new doors and opportunities. Just keep in mind that when you do join Realio, it requires a KYC procedure. That's Know Your Customer. So this means that you need to provide an ID of some sort to register. And so we have RWAs, also known as real world assets with an investment portal. And the plan is to tokenize these RWAs. And this way they become more accessible. So for instance, this can be done with real estate, maybe private equity. There are a lot of other possibilities as well. Another impressive observation is that Realio's testnet phase is just about over. So on the 31st of March, I'm publishing this on a Wednesday, the 29th of March. So in a couple of days from this video's publication, March 31st, Realio is going to launch its alpha mainnet. First on Ethereum, and the follow-up are bridges to Avalanche and Stellar. They built themselves up using the Cosmos SDK software development kit, and they are EVM compatible. And so this means that Realio also uses the Tendermint consensus protocol. The backbone of this project is a strong and experienced team. I have a few examples for you. Derek S. BULLRUN is the CEO. He brings institutional experience in commercial real estate. Blockchain-based investing is also one of his strengths. And we also have Sam Dare, the CTO, Chief Technology Officer. He's the guy that's going to bring Realio into the Realioverse, that is their metaverse. We're going to be focusing on the RIO token, RIO, but you should know that there are various tokens. There's also RST, for example. This is a security token representing ownership of Realio company. And there's also RUSD, which is a future stablecoin on Realio. But again, we're focusing on RIO here, RIO. The current price of RIO, as I record, is just under 25 cents. That's up over 8% on the day with a market cap that is unknown here. So it's probably fairly modest, perhaps in the 7 figures, i.e. the single digit millions. But the max and total supply is 55 million tokens. And during the last 30 days, RIO has seen some terrific performance. The token has gone up about 200%. Again, the market cap right now is so low that it's currently unlisted on CoinGecko.com. Therefore, this does have the potential to really blow up if it's sitting at $1 or $2 million. Again, I'm basing that opinion on the pragmatic, real-world use cases. Let me know if you guys think this project could 10x, 50x, possibly 100x. Another point to make here is that even though performance as of late has been stupendous, we're still down 95% since its all-time high in September of 2020. So even if we regain all-time high status, there is a tremendous upside trajectory, at least in terms of price potential for previous all-time highs, if not new ones altogether. Let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. RIO is the token. But time now to move on to altcoin number 2. Our second altcoin under $1 for today's video is Chainge Finance, ticker CHNG. And Chainge Finance is a mobile cross-chain aggregator. It also comes with a DEX, a decentralized exchange, and a wallet. And on Google Play, it already has well over 100,000 downloads. Not too bad. There's now also the first web version that's available, but a second improved version is in the making, so expect to see that soon. And just to clarify, this is going to allow you to send, receive, and swap between over 30 chains. This, by the way, includes non-EVM chains. And their latest additions were the Rootstock chain on March 22nd, as well as Syscoin on March 21st, just over a week ago. And Chainge allows your swaps to take place on various chains. These happen all at the same time. You probably don't even realize it because it's all happening automatically and seamlessly in the background. In other words, Chainge lets you become your own digital bank because it offers an automated banking service. And so as a result, you can do all the following things. You can do margin lending, staking, you can participate in an earn program, use an options DEX, futures, escrow services, and DEX aggregation. The founder and CEO is DJ Kian. You may recognize that name and know him as the co-founder of AnySwap. He's also CEO of Bitsy, which, by the way, founded VeChain and Quantum. He's also got extensive IBM experience, and therefore to say that he has a strong DeFi and tech background is a pretty major understatement. Now, their CHNG token has a few use cases. You can use it towards gas fees across all chains within the app. You can use it for governance. And by the way, the token is deflationary, which we always like. Chainge Finance buys back the tokens using 25% of their profits and then burns them regularly. The current price of Chainge, CHNG, is 9.2 cents. It's up slightly today with a market cap of only $39 million. So this is still quite a small project. The max supply is 814 million tokens, and the total supply is 716 million, of which 429 million tokens are already in circulation. If we look at the last year, which has been difficult really across all of cryptocurrency, CHNG has had a pretty impressive rise. It's up about 30%. Really not too bad considering the state of this bear market that we've all been in. All right, last but not least, and I believe this is the first time we're mentioning this project on the channel, we're looking here at Goldfinch Protocol, ticker GFI. This is a decentralized protocol that allows you to borrow without collateral. It's also interoperable and everyone has access. Their mission is to create a single global credit marketplace. And Goldfinch provides real yields, by the way, from real companies. And here's how that works. The main actors are borrowers and investors. And the borrowers propose a deal term for a credit line. This is the borrower pool, and it includes the interest rate and repayment items. And then the investors of the Goldfinch community can supply capital to these credit lines. And they have two options for this. Number one, individual pools as backers, or number two, as a liquidity provider to the senior pool. Now, the borrower can draw stablecoins from their credit line. So for instance, USDC. They take this out of the pool and swap it for fiat. And now they can use it in real life to their end borrowers in their local markets. Real global access to capital. And Goldfinch uses a trust through consensus method. So in other words, they don't trust individual backers. However, they do trust the collective actions of many of these backers. In other words, and to clarify a little bit, if more backers add liquidity to a pool, then the senior pool increases the ratio of how much capital it allocates. And then as a result, you get 7.8% APY on your USDC stablecoin risk-free. The GFI token also has pretty good tokenomics and vesting, and Goldfinch also onboarded great backers. Some of these, for example, include Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase Ventures, Access Ventures, and more, as you can see. The current price of the GFI token sits at 63 cents, with a market cap of only $28 million. The max and total supply are 114,285,714 tokens, of which 44 million are already in circulation. You can buy GFI at MEXC, Coinbase, Gate.io, and Uniswap. Binance is missing out on this token as we speak, but that could be a possibility in the future. Guys, check the links in the description for all the homepages of these three projects that we have discussed today.